I think what's challenging about specifically simplicity in the age of technology is that simplicity in the age of classical design made a lot more sense. You've got a simple object like a spoon. That's pretty simple. Doesn't get very complex, a spoon. You can hold it different ways, but you know what to do with it. Compare that with a car. A car is a bigger object, so it's much more complex. So it used to be that big things were complex and small things were naturally simple. But because of the advent of the microprocessor, another part of my story is my parents wanted us to go to MIT or Harvard one day. I went to MIT, so I have a computer science background. When I learned computer science is that something was happening in the 80s and 90s that defied logic. This thing, a microchip, was able to do the following. It was able to get cheaper every year and get faster every year at the same time. Nothing in the laws of physics obeys that. You know, a textile might get better, but it costs more. In the case of computing, it got better and it got cheaper. And what that meant was that anybody could put one of these things inside anything. And so even a spoon can become complex as well. So we yearn for simplicity in an age where technology has mandated that everything can be complex. And because everything can be complex, people like the new thing. People will put more of these new things into things you might not want them in. Like your refrigerator to tell you your milk is like low. You can kind of tell by like looking at the milk. But we like this idea that it's new. So simplicity is about how do we as people, of designers of our environment, ask the question, what do we really need?